Ellie and the ship that sailed the sky. Ellie had never climbed the Crystal Peak before. It was the tallest mountain in the whole region, its top hidden by clouds even on the sunniest days. But today, something shimmered above the trees, a glint that called to her. After hours of climbing, her boots muddy and hands scraped, she reached the summit and gasped. A massive ship floated above her, anchored to the mountain by thick ropes of woven light. Its sails were translucent and shimmered like moonlight. The hull gleamed with polished wood and glowing runes. A rope ladder dangled down. Ellie didn't hesitate. As she climbed aboard, a strange wind brushed her face, warm and salty, like ocean air, but mixed with something sweet like old paper and candle smoke. At the top, a tall woman in a captain's coat greeted her. "Welcome aboard the Ether Wind," she said, tipping her feathered hat. "You're just in time. The skies are stirring." Ellie blinked. "What is this place?" "It's a ship for story seekers," the captain said. "We sail the sky in search of forgotten tales, the kind the world needs again." The ship lifted from the peak with a deep hum, slicing through clouds as easily as a knife through cream. Ellie wandered the deck, watching as islands floated past, some with waterfalls tumbling into the sky, others with forests growing upside down. The crew was unlike any she'd seen. There was a boy who spoke only in riddles, a cat that wrote poetry with its tail, and a mapmaker who used stardust instead of ink. In the map room, Ellie found a glowing scroll. When she touched it, an image flickered, a giant tree with countless doors carved into its bark. "That's where stories are born," said the captain, appearing beside her. "It's called the Origin." "But why are you looking for it?" Ellie asked. "Because the world has forgotten how to dream. We need stories to remind it." A sudden rumble shook the ship. A storm of ink-black clouds surged toward them. Thunder cracked, and whispers rode the wind. "They found us," the captain muttered. "Who?" "The Silencers, creatures that feed on forgotten words. If we don't reach the Origin in time," she didn't finish. The storm was alive. It screamed in lost languages and spat shadows that slithered across the sails. Ellie grabbed a rope to steady herself as the ship tilted. Below, one of the floating islands crumbled to dust. The Silencers took form atoll, faceless beings made of torn paper and vanishing ink. They crept closer, sucking the color from the sky. Ellie ran below deck. In the library, books began to vanish page by page. "No!" she cried, grabbing one. "Stories matter." One of the Silencers reached for her, but her voice rang out. "I remember this story," she shouted. "It's about a girl who sailed the skies to bring stories back." A glow burst from her chest, a warm light that pushed the creature back. More light followed as the crew joined in, each speaking stories aloud, naming characters, whispering beginnings. The ship surged forward, driven not by wind, but by words. In the distance, the giant tree from the map appeared, the Origin. Its doors opened. They docked at the Origin, its roots suspended in light and memory. Ellie stepped inside. It was like walking through dreams. Words floated in the air. Scenes were played in shimmering air paint, children laughing, dragons soaring, grandparents telling tales. In the center stood a pedestal. On it, a blank book. The captain handed Ellie a quill. "Every new story starts with a first word." Ellie hesitated. "What if I mess it up?" The captain smiled. "Every story begins messy. That's what makes it alive." She dipped the quill and wrote, "Once upon a sky." The book glowed, and a pulse of color surged outward, restoring islands, trees, and voices across the sky. Back on the ship, the crew cheered. Ellie looked over the railing as the Origin faded behind them, returning to its slumber until it was needed again. She smiled, heart light, and whispered, "Let the story sail on."